How much is your salon actually worth right now? Like really, really worth. Not what you feel like it should be worth because you've poured your life into it. Not what you have invested into it. Not what you hope somebody would possibly pay for it one day. I mean, what is it actually worth right now if someone looked at your numbers, your systems, your team, and how the business runs without you? This is something almost nobody in our industry is talking about, and they should be, because a lot of salon owners think that they own an asset when really what they own is a business that still depends way too much on them, and that really changes everything. What usually makes the salon hard to sell is not that the owner has not worked hard enough or not that they've built something good. It's that the owner is still a huge part of why the business works. They are still producing a big chunk of the revenue behind the chair, or they are the one making every single decision, solving every problem, handling the team, keeping the standards in place, dealing with the upset clients, fixing holes in the schedule, answering questions, making sure the whole entire thing does not fall apart. So yes, the salon may be bringing in money, but the biggest question you have to ask is this: is the business producing because the business is strong, or is it producing because you are still holding it together every single day? That is where valuation starts to change, because a buyer is not just looking at your revenue. They are looking at how dependable that revenue is. They are looking at how much of it disappears the moment that you leave. They are looking at whether the team stays, whether the clients stay, whether the systems are there, whether someone else can actually take over what has been built. If your salon does $600,000 a year or even $1 million a year, but a huge portion of that only exists because you are still the one carrying so much of it, that does not mean that it is worth what you think it is. That means it is owner dependent. And owner dependent businesses are just not worth as much because they're super risky. This is the part a lot of owners just don't understand or they miss out on completely. They think revenue automatically equals value, and it does not. Revenue matters, yes. Profit matters, yes. But if the business cannot operate well without you, it is not nearly as valuable as it looks from the outside. So if you want to build something that could actually sell one day for real money, 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever the goal is for you, you have to start building it differently right now. The revenue cannot mostly come from you. The clients cannot only be loyal to you. The team cannot need you for every little thing. The way the business runs cannot live in your head. You need actual systems, actual leadership inside the team, actual standards, actual numbers that are being tracked, actual consistency in how things are being done. The business has to be able to stand there on its own legs without you. And I'm not saying that means that you can never work inside of it. That's not what I mean at all. I mean, the business cannot only work because you are in it. There's a big, big difference there. So if I were a salon owner and I was listening to this right now, I would want to know where I really stood. I would ask myself a few really honest questions. If I stopped taking clients tomorrow, what would happen to the revenue in my business? If I stepped away for a month, what would break? If I sold this business, would the buyer be stepping into something stable, or would they be stepping into something they would have to completely rebuild? And if the answer is that too much of it still depends on me, then that's where you have to work. That's where the work needs to be done. Now, that does not mean the business is bad. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means it is not positioned as an asset yet. This matters even if you never plan to sell, because the same thing that makes a salon more valuable also makes it easier to run. Better systems, stronger team structure, less owner dependency, more consistent profit, less chaos, more freedom. All of that helps you now, not just later on. So if you have never looked at your salon through that lens before, start there. Stop only asking how busy the salon is or how much it's bringing in. Start asking how much of this business actually works without me. That question is going to tell you a whole lot more about what you actually have. If you want more content like this around building a salon that is actually profitable, actually sustainable, and actually valuable long-term, make sure you are following us on here and go listen to the Beauty Biz Breakdown. It's our podcast, and we talk about all of this stuff every single week.